super sport, wet paint, big feet. I pull up and kill shit, 6 feet.
Alright, 6 feet, going deep. It's Torius with
the one and only Shim.
Alright, Shim, why don't you tell us about what you do?
I produce, I mix, I record artists. I'm a studio owner, business owner, entrepreneur.
For sure. So you're from Miami, Florida, right?
Born and raised.
Where are we at right now?
Shim Productions.
So a lot of names come through the studio, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the names that came through?
Too many to name, but a couple like Cashy, Young Simmie, Mike Smith, Kodak's brother, John Wicks, Lil Dread. Too many to name, man.
Yeah. Every time I hear a song, I pretty much hear, like, whenever I ask, like, whoa, where'd you get this mix and master from? They say, oh, Shim.
For sure.
What do you think makes your style of engineering different from, like, most other engineers?
I take pride in my quality, man. I got, like, the best equipment, man. I got the Norman U87, man. I got Need preamps, man. I went to school for it. I went to a school called Force House, so I really know how to mix and master. So I really take pride in my quality, and I think that separates me from the rest.
How was it learning in Full Sail? Like, what are some things that you learn? You learn, like, the fundamentals? Or
yeah, the fundamentals, man. How to set up mics properly, man. The importance of audio cables, man. How to use those big mixing boards. I mean, everything about the recording process.
Do people ever ask you, like, oh, you know what all those buttons do?
All the time, man. All the time, man.
No, yeah. So, what made you get started into doing music and production?
I took an interest in making beats in high school, and someone offered me money for a beat that I made. And when that happened, I was like, damn, someone will really pay me for something that I love to do. And that's when I found out this was for me. You feel me?
You feel like was the beat good?
Yeah, the beat was good. Dope, man.
Well, you feel like you improved?
I actually took a hiatus from making beats to focus more on engineering. And now that's my main occupation right now, just engineering.
What are some of your pet peeves of engineering?
Working with, I guess you could say, garbage artists, man. But I don't like to talk about that.
You ever watch some guy he's a YouTuber, his name's Crank Lucas?
No, I haven't seen that.
You gotta watch his stuff because he'd be like, he's an engineer and he'd be like talking about like, oh, one whack artist comes to the studio and he's like, man, these bars was whack.
Yeah, man, a lot of artists are like hard-headed, man, so they don't normally like to listen to me. So once I get that vibe, I just let them keep going, man. But other than that, though, I love my job, though.
Do you feel like you're in tune with the culture, like everything, like all the different waves that pass by?
All the different waves. Now, I have a lot of young audience, so a lot of young clients, and they keep me up to date what's going on and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, so because sometimes it's hard to, like, you know, when they say like, oh, I want to do it like this, and you give your opinion, they're like, nah, I don't want to do it like that, you know.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that you like about engineering?
The creativity, especially being like a studio owner, being able to set your own hours, being your own boss, not having to, you could do it your way. You feel me? That's what I love about it. You know what I'm saying?
Are you able to pretty much like if an artist comes and says, oh, I want to sound like this person, like I want to sound like Lil Wayne or
I get that a lot, man. So you got to really be in tune with the culture and what's going on with music and knowing all the effects they're using and stuff like that. So I got to be able to adjust. And
how often do you stay up to date, like learning the new stuff? Do you feel like you know everything pretty much about engineering, or are you just constantly growing, like constantly reading stuff or watching videos?
For the most part, but I'm always constantly listening and learning. Always, I'm always a student of the game, man.
What about when you listen to music? Like, do you feel like it's different since you know, like, all the
Sometimes I listen to music and I'm like, man, I would have did this, I would have did that, man. So like, I can never listen to music the same, man, because I know so much about the process of it.
Yeah. What about some music you like to listen to? Like, what are some of your favorite artists?
I couldn't name a favorite artist, but I like my main favorite genres is like hip hop, R&B, pop music. I'm a Radiohead, man. Anything on the radio, I listen to it, man.
Yeah. So, what about some artists that you like looked up to and you finally got to work with? Like, what was that experience like? Or who's the artist?
Recently, I got to work with an artist named YFN Lucci, and he got a song called Everyday Relate with P&D Rock, and I actually got to record him in the studio at Audio Vision, and it was dope, man. Another artist I got to work with was Bankroll Fresh before he passed away, man. It was always a dream to work with him, and that happened. I got to work with DJ Khaled and one of his artists named Steph LaCour. I got to work with Zoe Dollars and so many.
You ever get starstruck?
Oh, no, not really, man. I've been doing it so long, I got used to it, man.
Yeah. What about how easy is it to get clients? Like, is there like a filtering process? Like, do you only work with certain artists?
Well, first I got a website, so that's the filtering process. That they got to go to the website. So if you could go to the website, book a session.
What's your website?
DShimProductions.com. So once you can go through there, I know you're pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the first step. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people don't like to like do all that. They're like, I don't want to do that. That's
Yeah. So if they don't want to do that, I don't want to work with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to the website DShimProductions.com if you want to work with me.
How are your prices? Are they like reasonable?
I start off at $50 an hour for recording.
Mm-hmm. What about when you're actually in the studio recording with artists? Is it easy to like how do you feel it is like the chemistry like working with like there's certain artists like?
It depends, man. A lot of the new artists, man, they kind of know the sound they want, so it all depends on the artist that I'm working with, man.
Mm-hmm. What about some of your favorite like plugins?
Some of my favorite plugins, man. I love the Waves package. So all my engineers know what I'm talking about. Waves, MIG DSP, Universal Audio.
What about DAW? What's your DAW?
Pro Tools, man. Gotta use Pro Tools, man.
For everything?
For everything. Pro Tools, everything, man. For production, FL Studio.
I had a question. I forgot what. Oh yeah. Do you ever think about being a rapper?
Nah, man. I feel like I don't have nothing to talk about, man. Too many rappers, man. I want to be behind the scenes, man.
What about rapping about working with rappers or rapping about production?
Nah, man. I want to be behind the scenes, man.
What are your goals for the future? Like, what's your ultimate? Like, what was your ultimate dream getting into this?
Owning my own studio. Ultimate goal, I would say, getting a Grammy plaque. Still haven't got those yet, so I'm working on it.
What about when you first started like going into this, when you didn't have the studio? What was like a misconception that you thought like, oh, before like it looked like this, but like looking out, but once you got into it, it was like different.
When I first started, I did an internship, and I thought I would get straight to the game, working with big artists, getting the pay that I want. But it was like the complete opposite, man. I had to like work for free, drive. I didn't have no gas and stuff like that, man. So I kind of had to prove myself, man. Did
you ever feel like you were too good to work for free?
Yeah, but I knew it was part of the learning process, though, man. So I had to do it.
How? What about like any struggles that you had, like keeping?
I mean, financially, man, there was several times I contemplated on getting like a side job to support my grind and stuff like that, though, man. But I made a pact to myself, and I was like, man, I'm gonna just stay focused, dog. I'm gonna make this happen, dog. Like no plan B's, dog. I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah. What year did you start your studio? Did you get the studio?
2010.
Because I know a lot of studios that they come and go. They're here one day and then let's go to the studio. Now they're not there no more.
Yeah, man. I just had no backers, dog. Like my only option was to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what about Damn, I was listening, so I forgot. I'm gonna cut this out. What about like any advice you want to give to anyone coming out right now?
Education is key, man. Get an internship at a studio, man. Learn the game before you can do your own thing. Learn the game.
Of course. So, what about anyone you want to shout out?
I want to shout out my artist, Zion the Trails. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout. We got some new projects we're working on in 2018. Shout out the whole down south, Miami-Dade County, the whole Florida.
Yeah, what made you want to work with Zion the Trails?
R&B. I love R&B though, man. A lot of people don't know that though, man. She's a very dope singer, man. Y'all check her out, man.
For sure. So, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at DShimBeats.
All right, for sure. So that's been 6 feet with one and only D-Shim.
D-Shim.